Cannon was back. What's happening, Wolfpack? Cool kids. I am back, and today we are back to learning. I told you guys we were going to learn all day. 50 amazing facts to blow your mind. Now, you might ask, why are we watching videos like this? Because half of you are not in school because of this holiday stuff, so you get extra days out. So let me be the teacher today. Please, let me just be the teacher. I always wanted to be a teacher. Let's get into this video.
The knowledge will return it. Here are 50
this
amazing
is the type of
facts to
person I
blow
need
your
to give me
mind.
some facts.
According to astronomers at the Australian National University, there are 10 times more stars in the night sky than there are grains of sand in the world's deserts and beaches. Even though the Church of Scientology has been in Germany since 1970, the German government doesn't recognize it as a religion and sees it instead as an abusive business masquerading as a religion. Why don't we look at it this way in North America? This is a stinging bush known as a gimpy gimpy. Touching it delivers a potent neurotoxin, yet its fruit is edible if the stingers are removed. Alpacas can get sick or even die from loneliness, so it's always best to have them in pairs or more. About 90% of the world's population lives in the northern hemisphere. This means that only about 700 million people live in the southern hemisphere. According to biologists working at Newfoundland's Memorial University, bread is junk food for ducks because it makes them fat and disease-ridden. Dogs watch more TV now than they did before because of flat-screen televisions, which flicker at a rate that a dog's eyes are actually able to process. People in China are increasingly wearing surgical masks to protect themselves from air pollution, and it's even become a fashion statement with designer masks. North Americans work more, take fewer vacations, and retire later than people in other industrialized countries. Live free or die is the official state slogan in New Hampshire and is written on all license plates. Ironically, prisoners in New Hampshire are the ones that make those license plates.
Jail people make license plates everywhere.
Are an indigenous race in Brazil and all share the same blood type, type O. This is the last known photo of the Titanic before it sank. Beethoven began losing his hearing at the age of only 28, so he cut the legs off his piano so that he could sit on the floor and compose music by feeling the vibrations of the piano. The greater honey guide bird guides people to beehives, and after the honey is taken out, the bird eats what's left of the hive. Indonesian scientists have created a birth control pill for men by using a plant called the Jenderusa. It's 99% effective and is planned for release in the Indonesian market in 2016. The urine from a manned wolf smells like marijuana. Who discovered this? Indonesia's Kawah Ijen volcano burns blue along with its lava because of the high amounts of sulfur gas contained within it. Boxer and Olympic gold medalist George Foreman has 5 sons, and he named all of them George. There's a hotline in Germany called Schriftfloss, which means swear away, where people can call to let off steam after a stressful day at work. In 2013, Mark Zuckerberg spent $30 million buying 4 houses that surround his home just to make sure that he has privacy. The shortest jail sentence in history was given in 1906, where a man named Joe Munch was sentenced to 1 minute in jail. In 2012, a Swedish man named Peter Skylerberg survived for 2 months in a snowed-in car by eating snow and staying warm in a sleeping bag. In 1993, a lawyer named Gary Hoy in Toronto decided to show off to a group of law students just how durable his office's windows were by body checking one. Unfortunately, the window didn't shatter and instead popped out of its frame, and he ended up falling 24 stories to his death. Charlie Sheen once spent over $6,500 to buy 2,615 seats at a baseball game so that he could catch a home run ball. He went home empty-handed that day. There's a religion called Dudism, based on the movie The Big Lebowski, which advocates the practice of going with the flow, being cool-headed, and taking it easy. Created in Italy, Let's Pizza is the world's first pizza vending machine and can deliver fresh pizza with custom toppings in only 3 minutes. Mariana
fuck?
Nomova is a 16-year-old Russian powerlifter.
You
She
look like
can
one.
bench press 170 kilograms. In 2010, photographer Robert Haas managed to get a picture of a flock of flamingos migrating to form the shape of a giant flamingo in the Gulf of Mexico.
Wow.
City raccoons are very intelligent and have learned to adapt to their urban environment by opening doors and trash bins. In
What the
1986,
fuck
a
you mean they
French
can open
woman
a door?
named Nadine Vajour was so determined to get her husband out of jail that she learned how to fly a helicopter and flew over the prison where he was at to pick him up off of the roof. And she did, but was arrested shortly after. The Maruyawa
How'd she get
Zoo
arrested
in
when she had a
Japan
helicopter?
spent 4 years trying to mate 2 hyenas before realizing that they were both male. I feel like that's pretty obvious. Just look at the, they both got dignity.
Who was the dumbass?
In
behind that?
2014, the Journal of Neuroscience found that brain patterns synchronize when people have conversations, as our brains are constantly trying to predict what the person is trying to say next.
True.
As of July 2015, 600 billion Lego parts have been produced, which is about 86 pieces for each person on the planet. In
I've had some.
Thailand, people text 555 to each other instead of ha 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 because the number 5 is pronounced ha in Thai. The Citarum River in
ha, ha, ha.
Indonesia is considered the most polluted river in the world, full of dyes, chemicals, and a lot more nasty stuff. There are white
stink of them.
strawberries with red seeds in Japan called the scent of first love. They are
my
amazingly sweet
God.
and rich, but also ridiculously expensive at about $4.10 American per berry. In 2012, John
yeah,
and
that is
Frances
expensive
Canning
for
invited
strawberries.
Queen Elizabeth to their wedding in Manchester as a joke. But astonishingly, the Queen surprised them by actually showing up. Elvis Presley
Wow.
once tipped a limo driver by buying him the same limo that he had been driving him around in. A businessman
God damn,
named
you were
Armand
nice.
Hammer coincidentally served on a board of directors for Arm and Hammer. Paul McCartney is the only musician to ever top the charts as a solo artist and in a duo, trio, and quartet and quintet. In the music industry, for
hell
every
was he doing?
$1,000 of music sold, the average musician only gets about $23.40. The iOS game Clash of Clans makes an
sound like
astonishing
YouTube.
$1.5 million a day. Habitat 67 is a model community and housing
Wow.
complex in Montreal and is considered an architectural landmark as well as being the most
some stuff like
recognizable
that in
buildings
Vegas.
in the city. About 4.6% of the population of New York City has a net worth of over $1 million, meaning that 1 out of every 21 New Yorkers is a millionaire. Facebook has
Wow.
over 1 billion users and more than 10,000 of them die every day, meaning that dead Facebook users will soon outnumber the living ones, which also means that it could become a digital graveyard by the year 2065. A 20-year-old
Digital
gallon of
graveyard?
McDonald's barbecue sauce that was
McJordan?
used for the McJordan burger in the early 1990s sold for almost $10,000 in 2012. Yeah, good use of money. While
the
filming I Am
fudge bought
Legend,
that?
Will Smith got so attached to his co-star Abby the German Shepherd that he asked if he could keep her, but the owner refused. An artist
Damn.
named Johann Stottier spent 4 years painting a woman to resemble a parrot. Yes, that is a woman, not a parrot. Look closely. During World War II, the Soviets built an A-40 Krylia Tanka, a tank with wings.
A
It
tank?
didn't actually work. If
I'm
humans
like, dude, how
had
could that
eagle
shit fly? It's
vision,
too
we'd be
heavy.
able to see an ant crawling on the ground from the roof of a 10-story building. In fact, everything would also be brilliantly colored and objects in our line of sight would be magnified. And now you're smart
Wow.
with knowledge. Well, thanks for watching,
Dude, I
guys.
wish I could
If you
see like
enjoyed
an
this,
eagle.
subscribe to my channel by pushing that red subscribe button.
I
make videos
enjoyed
every
this.
Tuesday and Saturday. Also, be sure to subscribe to my vlog channel. There will be an annotation right there and in the description.
Yeah,
And
do that
finally,
for
be sure to
Matthew.
follow me on Twitter,
Cool as
Snapchat, and
ever.
Instagram. Those are the best ways to check out what I'm doing behind the scenes. And other than that, I will see you guys next time. Love your faces. Knowledge Whale out. Slap, slap.
How come you never told me about Matthew? None of you guys have commented, do one of his videos. And this guy was amazing with it, man. He actually gave me motivation to do my own top 10, or he did top 50, but still, I can do things like that. But that dude was, man, he was brilliant. He kept me entertaining with it. He wasn't dead and boring with it. And he had wonderful topics. I mean, he had 50 topics. I can't even pick my favorite one. But I know that there was a lot of things in there that I did not know, and now I'm glad that I do know. One was my favorite topic. The Japanese people are smarter than everybody. They got the face masks because of the chemtrails that they are spraying in the air. They spraying chemicals in the air and it's coming down and it's making it hard for everybody to breathe. People telling everybody to stop smoking and all this other shit, but no matter what, who you are or what you do, you still smoking every day you go outside. I try not to go outside as much because I too know about the chemicals that come down, but I don't want to wear a mask. I mean, I would wear a mask if I lived in Japan where it's a custom, but out here, you wearing a mask makes people think you got Ebola or something. It's like, dude, what the hell kind of world do we live in today? Man, but anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed that video. I don't want to make this too long because I know a lot of people don't like watching long videos, but please comment below if you like this video and if you want to see more of him because I will be back. Peace. Wolfpack, we got the real cool kids over here. Peace.
Peace.